Incredible LEGO Ideas projects you should support right now. Get ready to discover some amazing train-themed builds from talented LEGO fan designers. The best part? This could become official LEGO sets with your support. Meet the neoclassical Monail Station, a beautiful mock that proves modern transportation can coexist with historic classic architecture. Designed for dense city centers, this monorail keeps the streets clear and the beautiful architecture of this building intact. Inspired by classic Roman and Greek styles, you get pilasters, a pediment with a clock, and a warm Mediterranean color scheme, all blending perfectly with the dark red monorail gliding overhead. Down at street level, it's all about community life. There's a Chinese takeout, cozy cafe, lush greenaway. It's these details that bring this build to life. Inside, you will find a decorated hall, public restroom, and a grand wooden staircase up to platform 2. Want platform 1? Just take the classic stone steps outside. Talk about an entrance. The monorail itself has 2 coaches, an operating room and one for minifigures. And check this out, there's some serious clever part usage here, like black banana peels as railings. Genius. This build packs over 3,000 pieces into a footprint that will look amazing in any LEGO city. Alright LEGO fans, up next, you guessed it, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. But wait, black wheels? Yep. Since LEGO only gives us black, red or dark red wheels, black just looked the best for him. Simple as that. Let's not judge it. Like the real Thomas, this build is based on the LB and SCR E2 class locomotive, but is slightly shortened, just like the TV series version. This one is actually modeled after the E2 105 project, but with the classic Thomas charm. He's built in dark azure, which matches Thomas perfectly, with red lining on the side tanks and bunker, and the yellow lining around the cab, just like he looked back in the early days. And here's something fun, 2025 marks 80 years of Thomas and Friends, from 1945 to 2025. While everyone else is building modern Thomas version, the designer went back to 1983, season 1 vibes all the way. Notice the distinct look? Even the lining on the back of his bunker is there. Lots of people skip that, but I think it makes him stand out. So there's no better time for a Thomas set than now. Imagine this as the first release, then a whole lineup of rolling stock and classic characters to follow. Who wouldn't want a brick build Sodor? So, you should definitely support this model. Support? Wait, what? Welcome to LEGO Ideas, where your dreams come true. LEGO Ideas is a platform where fans can submit their original LEGO creations with the hopes of turning them into real sets and sell them worldwide. Anyone can submit a project, from trains to pop culture builds to architectural marvels. And once a designer reaches 10,000 supporters, LEGO reveals it for potential production. Supporting a project is completely free. Just create a LEGO Ideas account and click support. No purchase is required, and your vote simply shows LEGO that there's a passionate audience for the idea. Speaking of that, we're heading to the west, to the heart of downtown Los Angeles, with a piece of real city history, the Angel's Flight Railway, built in LEGO form. If you've ever been to LA, you know the Angel's Flight. This historic funicular has been carrying passengers up and down the Bunker Hill since 1901, and now you can help it bring it home as an official LEGO set. This custom build nails the tiny details perfectly. The iconic orange and black rail car, the ornate station arch, the sloped track, and even the little staircase and garden tucked alongside the rails. It's a perfect tribute to a place where motion and history meet every single day. The best part? The angles on the rail car. Building it was a fun challenge according to the designer, but the result really captures that quirky charm the Angel's Flight is famous for. If you are a fan of vintage transit, old landmarks, or just anything city architecture, this one is for you. It's compact, display ready, and a real display model. But it's also a way to celebrate one of the world's oldest funicular railways, keeping a piece of LA's history alive, well, in brick form. So let's make it happen. Give it your vote, share it with your friends, and help the Angel's Flight climb into LEGO history. All aboard for a true piece of railroad history. This next LEGO Ideas project is the legendary Union Pacific 119. This beautiful steam locomotive is a faithful tribute to one of the 2 engines that met at Promontory Summit in Utah back in May 10, 1869. the moment when the first transcontinental railroad was complete. That iconic Golden Spike ceremony, this engine was there. This 440 American-type locomotive comes to life in Lego, with all the classic details, the tall smokestack, the striking red and gold livery, and those ornate 19th century touches that make steam engines so timeless. Why build it? Simple, to celebrate a milestone in American transportation and honor the steam era's incredible engineering legacy. There's something just incredible about these old trains, and building them in Lego makes the past feel real again, just in miniature form. But this isn't just for display. The Union Pacific 119 is motorized with power up. Just press the water tank cap to activate the hub and you're rolling. It's fully compatible with standard Lego tracks, so it will fit right into any layout. So let's give this steam legend a new track to run on. Vote for the Union Pacific and help bring this milestone of rail history to your Lego City. If you ever stood by the tracks in the English countryside, you might heard this distant bark of a dog, only to see a London, Brighton and South Coast Railway A1 steam locomotive chugging by instead. The LBSCR A1 has long been a beloved part of British rail history and one of its most famous engines. Number 55 Stephanie still turns heads today on the Bluebell Railway. This idea's project recreates Stephanie in golden, yellow and green, staying true to the original locomotive look. With 700 pieces for the engine and another 500 for its custom display stand, this project totals 1,232 pieces of pure nostalgia. Built to share the love for railways and to give fans of the LB and SCR and the Blue Railway something special for the shelves or layouts, it's a chance to celebrate a locomotive that helped define an era of branch line steam, brought to life piece by piece. Stephanie is a true symbol of preserved railways, a working piece of history that continues to inspire new generations. Having it in Lego form is a way to keep that story moving, connecting the past with every new build. Next up we have the school model from York, but let's just focus on the steam train for this one. York's story wouldn't be complete without its deep ties to Britain's golden age of steam. From 1840, York became a vital railway hub, connecting the city directly to London and helping shape it into one of the most important stops on the British rail network. This Lego build highlights that legacy with a tribute to York's iconic steam locomotives, most famously the Flying Scotsman, the first steam train to officially hit 100 miles per hour in 1934, and of course be an icon of a famous wizard that lived. A Lego version of York's steam era would be a perfect addition to any display, specifically the Lego architecture line. The next project is a tribute to the rugged charm of narrow gauge railways, a Lego model of a main narrow gauge steam locomotive crossing a beautiful multi-arch viaduct. The star here is locomotive number 4, faithfully recreated in a narrow gauge scale and paired with a coal gondola, ready to run on Lego narrow gauge track. Narrow gauge railways have always had a special place in rail history, small but mighty, waving through dramatic landscapes where full-size trains could not go. This model captures that feeling perfectly. It's manageable in size but rich in history, proving you don't need a massive layout to tell a great story. Now my friends, we saw some incredible Lego Ideas train projects, but if you want to see even more trains, well, click this video on the screen right now.